Hello, everyone. I'm going to be giving you all a brief presentation on our good friend Marco. He is from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised, of course. He's actually a returning student. He's returned last semester after a pretty long hiatus. He had started attending courses over at the city colleges back when he was 19, and he stopped when he turned 21 because he got into bartending, um, which he was pretty passionate about for the longest. He's 27 now, and he's been doing it ever since. And he's actually become a pretty talented mixologist in that time. He's currently working on developing a new cocktail list over at Wood Restaurant, one of the Michelin recognized restaurants in the Lakeview neighborhood. Um, Besides that, he's worked at some of the nicer hotels and restaurants in the downtown Chicago area, like the W, the Wit, the Aviary. But even though he's been doing that and he was pretty passionate about that, he always knew in the back of his head that he eventually wanted to return back to school to make his mom and his daughter proud. Especially since his mom was actually an educator by trade and also one of the most interesting and intelligent people that he knows. She's actually a polyglot, which he's always found fascinating. But he's a single father, so that makes everything kind of a little bit more difficult timing wise. He's kind of had to slowly chip away at some of his goals. Um, and it's kind of just him and his daughter against the world, basically. Um, but since the world kind of came to a bit of a standstill during the pandemic, he excuse me, he since the world came to a bit of a standstill during the pandemic, he felt like it was perfect timing for him to go back. And now he only has one semester left, and he'll have his associate's degree finally after all this time. And he's planning on either transferring to UIC or DePaul after that. Besides that, he's also a competitive powerlifter. He has a couple competitions under his belt. He had a competition last month, which didn't go so great. It was kind of a learning experience though, and he has another one coming up in December that he's planning on doing really well at after that previous learning experience. Also, during the pandemic, he took advantage of something else that he'd been wanting to try and get into for the longest, which is real estate. He managed to find another job and got his license, and now he's planning on completely shifting his career towards that direction within the next few months after finding his footing. Besides all that, though, he's also planning on having a great semester with all of you. Thank you for listening.